Hey guys, this is Ash with Solar Movement, and I am so excited to be moving with you guys today. Today we have a 1 hour yoga practice for anyone and anybody. I have blocks, so if you have blocks, please grab them. And if you don't have blocks, just find something that mimics the size and what they are, because they're really important to just help support us on our practice. I wanted to be moving outside today at my new spot, but unfortunately I woke up at 10 a.m. But it's also fortunate because I needed it, and I went out last night for the first time in forever, and it was really fun. Highly recommend enjoying your life. But with that being said, 10 a.m. in Texas, still in October right now, is not the most cooling of the weather times. I don't really want to personally be drenched in sweat teaching today. So I'm going to make shift my living room today. But hopefully by next week, we'll have more consistency outside, because solar movement's about being outdoors and enjoying the breeze, the air. But we'll do what we can. So today's practice is all about focus. It's all about being in tuned and present in your body and bringing focus to what you feel in your body. It's going to require your attention, and it's going to require your breath. Being intentional with your in and exhales, so that in moments of challenge, you can come back to your breath, focusing on how your breath is feeling, focusing on what's coming up internally, mentally throughout your brain, and what thoughts are coming up. So before you feel like you want to get out of a pose, or if something feels too challenging for you, notice that pause. Remember that pause. Before those thoughts start to take over, and before you climb out of a position or a pose, or just kind of sink, finding that lack into it, can you find that strength? Can you find your focus, feeling that points in your body on your mat? I have a playlist for this video. I will link it in the captions, but you don't have to go along with music, and you don't have to go along with my music. So do what feels right. I'm going along with my music in my ears. So when you're ready, go ahead and find it, press play, and we will start now. Go ahead and find a seated pose, Sukhasana, easy pose, and whatever leg that you intuitively put in front, switch it. And finding that 50-50 in your sits bones. So go ahead and grounding down, spine is long, and notice if you're leaning too far to one side. Can you even it out in your sits bones? Evening it out in your body, in your spine. Spine is long. Chin is slightly tucked, and go ahead and start to close down your eyes. Start to notice your breath. Start to bring awareness to the space around you, the air, the sounds. And if your eyes are not closed yet, maybe take in your space. What do you notice? Coming into this moment. Breathe in. And through the nose, exhale. Maybe adding a hum at the exhale. Breathe in. Hum, exhale. Engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. Now you can open your eyes for this. Inhale your arms up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Big stretch, maybe gaze up. And then exhale, drop your right hand down and lean over with your left hand over towards the right. And make sure you're grounding your left glute still, pressing the left knee down. So long lines of energy through the left hip crease all the way through the left fingers. Inhale, press up. Exhale, go over to the other side. Press the right knee down, the right hip crease. Maybe gaze underneath the arm. Waking up the body, waking up the spine. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, twist over towards your right. So using your left hand, pressing into the outer right knee and using your right hands behind you to twist, gazing past the right shoulder. Press into that right knee to find a deeper twist and press your navel to your spine. Inhale. Instead of releasing the left arm, can you keep it there, but reach the right arm up and cross it over the left arm, grabbing your left knee, grabbing your knees with your hands so your arms are crossed. Inhale to lift up, and then exhale, press the navel into the spine, rounding the back body, chin is to your chest. And press your knees down to open up the shoulder blades, open up the back body. Breathe slowly here. Now, keeping your right hand on the left knee, inhale, release the left, lift it up. And then exhale, drape it behind you, finding that twist on the left side now. Press into the left knee with your right hand. Now, leaving your right hand where it's at, lift your left arm up, breathing in. Then exhale, cross it over your right, grab the knee, and press your chest up first, and then exhale, round. Press the knees down, opening up. Release your arms, breathing in. And then on the exhale, bend your elbows, place your fingertips on your shoulders, and just start to move from left to right with your breath. So it's going to look and sound like this. Press the navel to your spine, just twisting and opening up the thoracic spine, bringing in air and energy through our breath. For 3, for 2, for 1, reach your arms up, hold it up, feeling the energy, hold. And exhale, place your hands onto your knees, your thighs, taking a moment here, maybe rolling out the wrist, rolling up the shoulders and down. Inhale your arms up, and like wet ropes, drop your hands super fast on the exhale. Inhale. Releasing any energy that's not serving you. Inhale. Hold your hands down, spine is long, breathing in. And then on the exhale, release. Find your blocks or your makeshift blocks and place them out in front of you, extending your legs long. We are going to be doing a hip flexor and low core workout to get ready for our practice. So placing the blocks in between your feet. Mine are on option 2. Here's 1, 2, 3. So mine are on option 3. Feet are flexed. Press into your hands. Navel to spine. I'm not leaning back. My spine is locked in. Lift your right heel up and then cross it over. Tap your left toes. Don't touch the ground. Use your core. Use the strength of your hip flexors. This is a beautiful tool to use when you want to get into different postures and poses in yoga. So it's great for different crow variations, for birds of paradise. Or even just extending your leg long out in front of you when we're in balancing poses. Woo! You're going to start feeling it. Meet the resistance with your breath. For a 3, for a 2, for a 1, drop your right heel down. Press that right heel down. Press the left heel down evenly, grounding the nervous system. Now inhale your left heel up and cross it over, tap the right. I did this class yesterday at my studio, and it was such a fun class, so I thought I should teach it today. Ooh. Meet the focus with your breath. Meet the breath with your focus. What are you feeling? For 3, for 2, for 1. Lift it up, drop it down, evenly press the heels down, lift the spine. And exhale, relax down, reach your arms up. And then on the exhale, just move towards your blocks and heel toe your feet into touch, grounding down the sit bones more, bend the knees, and finding a seated forward fold, reaching the chest forward. Your knees can be bent here. We're just finding this nice, gentle stretch in the hamstrings, the calves. Now bring focus to any tension in our body. Where is it at? And every time you exhale, can you soften it? Allowing it to dissipate more and more. Creating more room for ease. Now find one of your blocks and place it behind your feet. Flex the toes. Drop the knees down any amount that feels good. Walk side to side on your sit bones, grounding them down more. And press your block into the back of your feet and your feet into the front of the block. Inhale with the chest forward and exhale, bending your elbows. See if you're getting your chest closer to your thighs, finding this deeper stretch in your forward fold. Try not to round your back. I'll show you from this perspective. My chest is forward, so it's keeping my back from rounding like this because we tend to want to get our forehead to our knees, but it's more chest to thighs. And y'all see I'm not there. And I'm still considered a yogi. It's not about how you look, but it's about how you feel. Beautiful. Release the block up. Inhale. Then exhale. Place that block in front of you. Press it into your sides. You're going to lift forward and back. Pressing the navel into your spine. We're getting into a little bit of core work. This is yoga because you're moving with your breath and you're learning more about yourself. Ten more. Five more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, slowly release the blocks towards the front of your mat. Cross your ankles and meet me in tabletop. Take your time. Tuck your toes under your heels. And hinge forward and back, stretching the feet. Spread your fingers long and wide, pressing into all 10 knuckles. Broadening the chest and the collarbone. Now untuck the toes and tap out the tops. Tap, 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 tap. I need to clean my mat, y'all. Don't neglect it. Now calm your feet down, calming your energy, finding that tabletop. Shoulders are over your wrist and knees are underneath your hips. We're going to do this variation of bird dog. So grounding down through your left hand, extend your right foot long, heel is behind you, flex the feet, and then lift your left hand forward. I'm swimming that left hand out towards the left and the right foot out towards the right. Bring it back, forward and behind you, and then round your elbow to your knee. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. Bring it towards the side. Exhale. Inhale in front. And then round on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend long. And then maybe from here, can you reach your left arm behind you, bending your right knee and grabbing for that foot, kicking the foot into your hand, and kicking it higher towards the ceiling. Hinge forward slightly, finding a nice little quad stretch and gazing your heart and your eyes forward. Release your hands down. Drop your left hand, and then the right toes are coming down and extending your left knee and your left foot out towards the left, dropping your right foot down. So you're finding the supported side plank. Left hand is underneath your shoulders. Release your right hand, or bring your right foot up and pulse. Up, up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Bend the knee. Bring your right hand onto the right knee and press it in, opening the hips. Send the hips forward. Then exhale. Bring it out in front of you, framing your right foot with your hands, finding this low lunge. Your right foot is in between your hands. Drape that left knee back a few inches. So my right knee is in line with my right ankle. Opening up through the left quad, left thigh, left hip. Chest is forward. Inhale here. Exhale, stay. Inhale your arms up, press into your right foot. Then exhale, straighten the right leg, flex the toes. You can hover, or your hands can be on framing your right leg. If you're hovering, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, palms behind your back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chest forward, hips back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift up. Then exhale, frame the foot with your hand and roll over on the outer edges of the right foot, opening the knee and press it out. Point the toes towards the right and sinking your hips low. Yeah. Bring the right knee in. Inhale your arms up. And then lift the back knee, frame the foot, and lift your right leg up and back for 3-legged dog. Pressing your left heel into the earth. And then close the hip by spiraling the pinky toe on the right foot down. So your foot doesn't have to be high here. I just want to parallel my hips to the mat. And turn that left heel in about 1 inch. So you're angling it into the middle. Ground down through the right hand and see if you can lift your left hand off of the mat. Practicing with some balance here. Where's your focus? Feel your left foot, feel your right hand. Find a point to focus on. Drop the left hand, drop the right toes, and inhale your left foot up towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Drop down through the right heel or bending the knee. Then maybe opening up the hip on the left side, so bending the knee, gazing towards your left. And finding a few knee circles here. Make them big, take up space, and then switch direction. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And exhale, bring it forward in between your hands, dropping your right knee down, maybe leaving the toes tucked or not. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, framing your foot with your hands. Lift that right leg off of the earth. Drop the right heel down, bending the left knee at a 90-degree angle. Spiral your hands up to warrior two. Press into the outer right edge of the foot. Left knee is bent 90-degree angle. Sink deeper into that left knee. But remember, knee above wrist, not over wrist or ankle in line. Breathe here. Squeeze your shoulders together. Gaze through the left middle finger. Flip the palm, inhale. Reverse your warrior, high five that back of your space. And following through that exhale, bend the right knee, Skandasana on the right side. Your hips can be lifted here. So if this is where you're at, that's totally fine. Or you can be here. You can have your blocks. Find what works for you. First, the left leg is straight, the toes are flexed. Maybe your hands are at prayer, or maybe they're on your blocks. Stretch here. And then you're going to turn to face the back. So framing the right foot, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, send that right foot up and back for downward dog. Turn that left heel in again and finding your balance. Lifting the left hand or maybe swinging it out towards the left behind you. Squeeze everything. If you lose balance, find focus. Find your breath. Drop your left hand. Drop your right. Lift your left foot up again. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Then exhale. Straighten it back out and bring it forward. In between your hands. Drop your right heel. Spiral back open to warrior two. Flip the palm. Breathe in. Reverse your warrior. Stretching through the left side body. And then stretch through Skandasana on the right knee again. That left leg is straightened again. I feel a little bit different. It's starting to warm up. And then turn towards your right, framing the right foot again. Step your right foot back, high plank, pause. Inhale here, shift forward slightly. Drop your knees down. Internally rotate your elbows. Glide them towards the side. Lower all the way down to your chest, to your chin. Leave the lumbar spine lifted. Then exhale, drop it down. Shake your hips left to right. Flutter out the lips. Inhale, find baby cobra. So hands are underneath your shoulder tips. Press into the hip flexors, the toe tips. Spine is long. Try not to look forward, but look at the bottom of your mat, top of your mat. Lift your hands up. Breathe in. Extend them long out in front of you. Exhale, cactus the arms. Drop your palms down, slide them to the low ribs. Drop your forehead down. Inhale, press into your hands for cobra. Elbows are bent slightly, shoulders are rolled down, gaze is up. And then maybe for up dog, press to your palms, lifting your knees and your thighs. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Knees can be bent. Walk the heels up and down. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Gaze forward. Inhale, step or hop towards the front of your space. Feet are hips width distance apart. Our big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and rock side to side, stretching the sides and the backs of the legs. Can you hinge forward slightly into the toes? Release your hands. Inhale, either halfway lift with the blocks or the shins or thighs, and exhale, fold. Bend your knees, spread your toes. Use the strength of your legs to roll you up, lifting your arms to stand. Inhale. Undulating the spine, interlace all three fingers except peace fingers and thumb. Reaching your hips forward and chest up. And then exhale, hands by your side, finding prayer. Tuck the chin. Inhale, send that prayer up. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands onto the mat and just step back into your tabletop. Rest underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Now extend the right arm and the left leg out in front of you. Navel to spine. Inhale to extend. Exhale, swing the right arm towards the right and the left toes over towards the left. Inhale, bring it back, and exhale, round elbow to knee. Inhale. Exhale, swim towards the side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Goodness gracious. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. Extend long, breathing in. Then exhale, maybe bending that left knee. Option to stay here. You can just bend that left knee, practicing with what it feels like in your body. If you have the space today, reach that right arm forward and back behind you, reaching for the top of the left foot and pressing up and gazing towards the right. Practice, just baby steps. Release the foot, release the hand, pivot the right toes over towards the right. Left foot is long in line with your right knee. Lift the left hand. Inhale, and on the exhale, lift the left toes. Flex the toes towards your face and the hips forward. And pulse. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it, bend the knee, grab the knee with your hand and press it in towards you. Inhale the arm up. And then exhale, you can step it or you can grab the foot and move in your own way to low lunge, pivoting the right toes out back in front of you. Left knee is in front. Stay here for a moment. Pull that right knee back a few inches. Pausing here, just feeling what it feels like in your body. Tuck the back toes. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, airplane over the left leg, left toes. Or you can have your blocks or hands on the mat. Just chest forward, hips back. Really. And then press into that left heel and see if you can energetically press it towards your body. Inhale, bend the knee, lift your arms. And then exhale, hover. Inhale, bend, lift up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, bend, press the foot. And then exhale, frame the foot with your hand. Turn the left toes out towards the left and open up that left knee, gently pressing it and sending your hips towards the left. Ooh. My shoulder is in line with my right wrist. And I can even bring it out towards the right a little bit more. Breathe into the resistance. Breathe into the tension. Where's your focus at? What are you calling in? Gently bring that knee back in. Frame the foot with your hands. Tuck the back toes and lift your right leg off of the mat. Lift your left toes up and back, three-legged dog. And then turn that right heel in. And then see if you can lift that up. Was it the left hand or the right hand? See if you can lift the right hand. Left leg's lifted behind you. Spiral the left toes down, closing the hip. If you get out of it, just find your way back in, y'all. It's not that serious. Drop the left toes, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog, bend the knee to open the hip. Inhale, exhale, finding those knee circles. Reverse direction. Inhale, three-legged dog. Then exhale, bring that right foot in between your hands. Drop the left heel down so the toes are facing the left. Spiral your hands open, warrior two. Right toes are facing the front. My right heel is in line with my left inner arch. It's like a line I'm on, a little tight rope. Navel to spine, sink lower, gaze towards the front. Breathe. Flip the palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Bump that left hip forward. Then following with that palm, bending the left knee, straighten the right, flex the right toe, Skandasana. It's okay if you're here. The left heel can also be lifted. Then swim your torso over to the back, framing the left foot. And inhaling, lifting that left foot behind you, dropping the right heel in, lift your right hand off of the mat. Press into the right foot, left hand, then maybe swimming that right hand towards your right behind you. Bring that right hand back down, drop the left toes, and then inhale a right leg back up, three-legged dog. Open the hip. Inhale. Bring it back, three-legged dog, and on the exhale, bring it or step it or grab it forward, low lunge. Drop the left heel, spiral open, exhaling into warrior two. Where's your focus? Flip the palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, bend the left knee, Skandasana, straighten the right. Turn towards the left, frame the left toes, inhale. Exhale, bring that left foot to meet your right, high plank. Spread your fingers, engage everything and pause. Inch forward and back. Forward and back. Then option here, you can always drop your knees to move through your vinyasa. And if you're choosing your full chaturanga, guys, look at me. This is what I see a lot in my classes. You lower down, your hips are still lifted, your shoulders are touching the earth, and then you are moving forward like this. I get it. It looks like a wave, but no. You're going to have shoulder pain. You are going to have lower back pain. You are going to have wrist pain. Find a block. Place it where your sternum's going to go on option 2 on the block. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. High plank. Shift forward. Bend the elbows. Touch the chest on the top of the block. Look at my hands. 90-degree angle. They're like a shelf. Then I'm going to untuck the toes. I'm pressing up with my strength. Up dog. Exhale, using your core, tailbone shifts up, down dog. Let's try it again. Roll forward, 90-degree bend. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down dog. Capiche? Capiche. Try it on your own and meet me in downward facing dog. Gaze forward, step or hop towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bend the left knee. Place the left hand down underneath your face. Straighten the right and lift your right hand up towards the sky. Maybe finding a half bind, reaching it behind you, reaching for your left inner thigh, opening up the right shoulder. Release the right arm, bring it down, bend the right, straighten the left, inhale up. And then exhale. Maybe finding that half bind. Gazing towards the ceiling. Release the left hand up. Drop it down, bend the knees, spread the toes, use your strength. Press up into stand, inhale. Exhale and release your fingers, undulating the spine. Find a baby back bend, engage your glutes. And press up and then out behind you. Try to keep from collapsing into the lower spine. Release your hands up and then exhale, forward fold. And then come up onto your tiptoes, lifting your heels. Bring your inner feet together. Then bending your knees, sending your knees forward, spine is long. It's in line with one another. Maybe bringing your hands at prayer, finding a toe stand. It's going to challenge some focus. It's going to challenge some breathing. You might lose your balance, and that's okay. If you have healthy toes, you live forever. Okay, I'm going to count down from 3, and when I press 1, you're going to press into your toes, and you're going to stand up with the strength of your toes in your quads. I believe in you. Well, 3, 2, 1. Press up, keep the heels lifted. Inhale. Then exhale, drop the heels, ground down through your right leg, lift your left knee, interlace your fingers, and bring that left knee in. Flex the left toes. I'm not hinging back. Spine is long in line with my sacrum. Squeezing that knee in. And then maybe with the left hand, I'll face you guys. My right hand is going out, and my left knee is going out towards the left. My hips are still even. Squeeze the right glute. Bend the right knee slightly. Lift the sternum. Maybe bring it in. Grab it with your right hand. Lifting the left hand up. And then maybe bringing it behind you. And if you're feeling crazy, maybe look behind you. Whew. Finding your focus. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, bring it back. And then maybe exhale, release your hands, keep it lifted, and then extend it long. Finding your focus, moving slow. Bring that left leg right back behind you. Finding warrior 3. It can be supported, so you can have your blocks. As so. Spiral the left pinky toes down. Hips are parallel with the mat. If you have blocks, please don't death grip into them. Find levity, find grace, find ease. Light fingertips. And maybe play around. Hands can be reaching in front of you or behind you, interlacing your fingers, peeling your shoulders open. And drop the left toes. Inhale your arms up, high lunge. And then exhale, drop the left heel down. Straighten the right leg. Tee out the arms. Hinge forward. Then exhale, triangle. Pressing into the right hand, left hand is lifted. Or maybe dropping your hands onto the mat. Gazing forward, bend the right knee, frame it with your hands, step back, chaturanga. You guys got this. Don't collapse in the shoulders, halfway down, inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, breathing in, exhale, step or hop towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Come up into your tiptoes, lift the heels, finding that toe stand. Engage everything in together in the middle line. Come up, finding the balance, maybe reaching your arms up towards the ceiling. I'm going to count down from 3. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Press up, keep the heels lifted. In, exhale, lower them down, prayer hands. Inhale, send that prayer up. Interlace the fingers, undulating the spine, back bend. Exhale, come up, finding the prayer, and forward fold. Inhale, come back into stand. We had to do the other side, totally forgot. Ground down through the left leg. Bring the right knee up, interlace your fingers, bringing it in, flex the toes. Then maybe lifting the left hand out towards the left, bringing that knee out towards the right. Then bringing it back in through center, grabbing it with your left, lift your right. Lift the sternum. Exhale, bring it behind you. Half dancing Shiva here. Reach that right arm up. Bring it in. And exhale. Release your hands up. Extend that flag long. And then moving slow. Warrior 3. Lift the heel. Crown is long towards the front of the mat. Heels going towards the back of your mat. Maybe interlacing the fingers. Drop the right toes down. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, pivot the heel down. Straighten the front leg. Hips are back. Shift forward. Triangle on the left side. Keep the left knee bent a smidge. Gaze down, bend the knee, frame the foot. Step back, chaturanga. Pretend that block is there. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Now, y'all, we are going to combine all of that together. So bend your knees, find tabletop. Extend your left leg long, right leg out in front of you. Swim it over left to right, just once. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach long, bend the left knee, and then maybe reaching for the left foot, pressing the foot into the hand. Inhale, release. Dropping the left hand, pivot onto the right knee, right toes behind you, left foot comes down. Inhale, lift your left hand. And then exhale, maybe extending that right leg long with the left, finding full plank, sending the hips high. Your right knee can still be down. Maybe lifting the left leg. Maybe bringing that left knee in. Then maybe interlacing your peace fingers. Bringing that leg long. And then bring it forward, low lunge. Keep that back leg lifted this time. And then peel onto the outer edges of the feet. So you're coming onto your right hip, lowering your right hip, and left foot is on the outer edge. Twisting. Inhale to come back around. Frame the left foot and send it back, three-legged dog. Drop the right heel in. Lift the right hand. Drop the right hand, drop the left toes, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring it forward, warrior 2. And then drop it down, warrior 2. Spiral your arms. Flip the palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, bend the left knee, right toe, skandasana. Straighten that leg. Swim around, frame the left toes. Inhale. Exhale, three-legged dog with the left foot. Drop the right heel in. Find the balance. Drop your right hand. Drop your left toes. Inhale the right knee up. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Maybe keeping it as so. Or dipping the right toes behind you. Finding wild things. Shifting your hips high. Chest is high. Shoulder in line with the wrists. Inhale, pivot back around. Lift the right leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Drop the left heel, warrior 2. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Skandasana, bend the left leg, flex the right toes. This song is good. Turn towards the left, frame the left toes. Now listen, bring the right foot in to meet the left, finding that toe stance. So lifting the heels, bending the knees forward, finding your hands at prayer. So strong, y'all. So strong. And 3, 2, 1, press up. Exhale, drop the heels down, ground down through your left, bring your right knee up. Interlace your hands behind your knee. So, you can do what we did the first time, but if you want to go deeper, keep your right knee bent and reach your arms underneath your right butt. And then press up. And then extend, pressing your hand into the foot into your hand, kind of like what we did in the beginning with the blocks when we're in our seated forward fold. And then maybe with your right peace fingers, grabbing the right toe, lift the left, and then extending the right foot out towards the right. Squeeze everything together. Move slow, y'all. And then switching the peace fingers, reaching your right arm up. And then exhale, dancing Shiva over towards the back behind you, right. Swim the right arm forward. Release your foot. Keep it lifted if you can, and then slowly move into your warrior three. This is where I'm starting to lose my focus. I'm going to admit it. That's okay. Drop the right toes. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right heel. Straighten the front leg. Hinge forward. Triangle. Now stay like this. Drop the right hand down. Pivot the right toes in. Left heel out, our foot towards in line with your left hip. Bring your right toes in. Send hips back for pyramid. Inhale for flat back. Then exhale, mount over the left leg. Shift your hips towards the right so we're not just collapsing into the left. Finding 50-50 on each foot. And press into your blocks on the mat and walk your hands in through center towards the right, finding a wide-legged forward fold. Heels are in, toes are out, and then drop down. Bend your right knee, bend your left. If you want to find a headstand here, widen your feet a little bit more, bring your weight into your toes. Let's see. You can just practice here, y'all. We're just playing. We're just practicing. My mat keeps moving. This is not a stable place. Coming down onto your forearms. Interlacing your hands. Bringing maybe your knees to your... Actually, leave the hips lifted. And slowly press into your forearms. Slowly bring your legs up. Press into your elbows. Squeeze the glutes. Point the toes. Play around, maybe crossing your legs, switching, spreading the legs wide. When you're ready, with your core, lower down. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, turn towards the left. Frame the left foot. Step the left back to meet your right. Hinge forward, pause. Breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. And tuck the toes, lift up, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, flutter the lips. Now come down onto your knees. Tabletop. Extend the left arm. Right leg's long. Right? Did we just do this side, y'all? No. Okay, so yeah. Left foot, right foot's long, left arm's long. Inhale. Exhale, spiral out towards the side. If we did do the side, do the opposite side. Bring it forward. Inhale. Exhale, round elbow to your knee. Inhale, extend long. Swim that left arm behind you. Bend the right foot, grabbing the foot. Yeah. Finding that quad stretch. Release. Inhale. Drop the left hand. Pivot onto the left knee. Drop the right foot. Remember, you can stay in the supported side plank, or you can bring your left foot in line with your right, stacking the feet, finding high plank. Side plank. Reach the right toes off. Bend the knee, bring it in. Or maybe interlacing the toes and extending that leg. And slowly pivot around or grab it and bring it forward, low lunge. Lean into your left hand, bring your right arm up and pivot around. So dropping your left hip down, opening the right knee, finding this twist. Inhale to come back. Exhale, right leg, three-legged dog. Drop the left heel in, lift the left hand. Drop the left hand, drop the right toes. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. We're almost there, y'all. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Bring it forward. Drop the right heel. Warrior two on the left side. Flip the palm. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, bending the right knee, straightening the left, Skandasana. Now swim around, framing the right foot. And exhale, right foot, three-legged dog. Drop the left heel in, lift the left hand. Drop the right toes, inhale, left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Option to stay here or wild thing on the left. Straightening the right, pivoting around. Hips are lifted, chest is lifted. Pivot back around, left leg, three-legged dog. Bring it forward, exhale. Drop the right toes, breathing in and lifting up on the exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, swim around, right foot. Bring the left foot in to meet the right. Toe stand, lift the heels, no knees forward. Bring your hands at prayer. Squeeze everything in the middle or lift them up. Or maybe even finding a prayer behind you. 3, 2, 1. Press up. Exhale, drop the heels. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring your prayer to center. Whoo, ground down through the right foot. Lift the left knee, flex the toes. Squeeze the right glute for balance. Interlace the fingers behind the knee. And doing the options that feel great for you. If you want to keep your knee bent or bringing your hands underneath your left foot, pressing up, sternum long, and then pressing into your hands, extending the left leg. Maybe finding the peace fingers on your left hand, lifting your right, and then bringing it out towards the left. Bringing it back through center, right toe, right fingers, lift the left hand, and then bring that left hand behind you. Woo! Slowly bring it back. Release your foot, extend it long. Warrior three, send it behind you. Drop the left toes, bend the knee. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, drop the left heel, straighten the right, tee out the arms. Hinge forward, triangle. Gaze down, bring your left hand down, pivot the left toes in front, and then just align your hips with your heels. Finding your pyramid, bump the hips towards the left. Inhale, come up. Then exhale, fold. Bring your right hand into your legs, pivot over towards the left, finding that wide leg lunge. And bring toes in, heels out this time. Inhale, finding a half lift. Exhale, fold down. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And if you want to try again going into headstand, go for it. Take your time, but when you're ready, just pivot back over towards the right, framing that foot. And then send your right leg back, hinge forward. Last chaturanga, lower halfway, 90 degrees. Inhale, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog, y'all. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Gaze forward in between the hands. And then step slowly towards the front of your mat. You can do a little zigzag action. Feet or hips width distance apart. Then heel toe your heels and feet out towards the edges, bending your knees, sending your hips low, finding Malasana Yogi Squat. Bring your hands into prayer, squeezing the elbows into the inner knees. So maybe shifting side to side. Press your hands down, lift your hips high, heel toe your feet back to hips width distance apart. Press into your heels, lifting your feet off the ground and sliding your hands, palms, the back of the palms on the mat, the inner hands on their feet. So toes are heel creases or wrist creases. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the legs, and exhale, straighten your legs more by bending your elbows out towards the side, sending your chest to your thighs for gorilla pose. Release any tension. Come back to your breath. One more breath. Press into your heels, lift your feet, release your palms. Heel toe your feet back to hips width distance and finding that Malasana squat. Actually, yes. And drop your tailbone down, bending your knees in front of you, and then using your core, slowly lower down to your backs, bringing your knees into your chest. Rocking side to side, pressing your sacrum down into the mat. Lower back is grounded. Place your feet onto the earth. Feet are hips width distance apart. Place your palms down. We're going into bridge. So pressing into your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Lifts your hips off of the ground. Roll your shoulders underneath your chest. Option to keep your palms here or interlacing your hands, pressing your forearms and your knuckles into the earth. Compressing the throat. Release your hands. Slowly lower one vertebra at a time. Widen your feet towards the edges of the mat and bring your knees in. Knock them in. And then finding a windshield wiper action. Slowly bring your feet back to hips width distance. Option to set up for wheel or to do bridge again. So bridge people, go ahead and set up. Press into your heels to lift your hips high. And for wheel people, bring your hands by your ears, fingertips facing the front of the mat, elbows are in. You're going to press into your hands, lift your hips, come up onto your head first and readjust as needed. And bring your heels in or feet in or more. And then press into your hands and 3, 2, 1, lifting up. Readjust and then shift your chest towards your hands. Breathe through the resistance. And then exhale, lower down onto your head, your upper back, middle back, lower back. Bring your knees in. Place your feet down, setting up for a supported shoulder stand or supported waterfall. So if you're doing supported waterfall, find a block underneath your sacrum and then just lift your legs. And if you want to go in a shorter stand, lift your hips high, press into your elbows on the sides of your stomach, Lift your hips, place the fingertips on the low back. And then slowly, you can stay here, or you can find plow by bringing your feet behind you and placing your hands back onto the earth, pressing into your palms. Or you can find deaf man's pose by bending the knees. When you're ready to get out of it, place your hands back onto the low back. Slowly bring your legs up. And then bend your knees, walk your hands down the backs, the glutes to lower you down. Extend your arms behind you, legs forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And we're running out of time here, my friends. So if you want to go into any other stretches that feel good, go ahead and go for it. Maybe that's happy baby or pigeon. Give yourself some time for Shavasana. But to end, we can roll into a ball by pressing our knees into our chest, wrapping our arms around. Inhale. And exhale, rounding our forehead up to our knees. And then lowering down slowly, and then extending one leg out and then the other. Ending here with me. Feel free to take more time if you need. I love moving and teaching you guys. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for playing with me. Remembering to take this focus that we used on our mat and to use it when we step off the mat, finding focus, breathing, and moving with the waves of life. Namaste, y'all.